What is up YouTube? So this is a follow-up video on the video that I did on Sonarworks Reference 4. If you guys haven't checked that out, I'd probably suggest checking it out before checking this video out, just because there's a couple of questions that arose in the comments to that video that I'm going to be answering in today's video, as well as tell you guys about a promotion that Sonarworks will be running this December, giving away a bunch of different software, online courses, and preset packs. Even myself, I've included some prizes in the giveaway. So stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll explain a little bit more about that. In the meantime, let's dive into some of the questions on my original Sonarworks video. So like I said, if you don't know what Sonarworks Reference 4 is, or if you haven't checked my previous video, I highly suggest checking it out. There's going to be a link somewhere in the top of the screen right now for you to go and check that out. So a lot of questions came up with regards to Sonarworks versus regular acoustic treatment. And I think it's a very valid question because both attempt to tackle the same problem. Another thing I kind of want to answer about some of the comments that I got is that my acoustic treatment is definitely not the perfect studio, as you can probably see. So I got quite a few comments about guys saying that there's no point in using correction software when my actual treatment isn't that good and all sorts of stuff like that. I've kind of been into music for a very long time and it took me quite a while to build up to where I am today. And I didn't really have the budget in the beginning to, spend a bunch on, a couple of grands of acoustic treatment. So as some of you probably know, I've worked in a music store for almost a decade in my past, and over the years I picked up deals where I could. I picked up little packs and kind of, built up a treatment system with those. And it's probably not the ideal solution, but that's where I think Sonarworks fits in perfectly for me, because it kind of fills in the gaps where my acoustic treatment doesn't really do. So one thing that it's certainly done is it's showed me exactly what areas of acoustic treatment in my studio need more work. For example, there was a lot of sort of low-end issues and stuff in my studio, and I can go back and correct those and then, remeasure the room and recalibrate the room to a new acoustic environment. So I think, specifically if you're interested in treating your room, I think Sonarworks is definitely something to look into, because it's going to give you like a snapshot of exactly what type of acoustic environment you're dealing with. And then you can kind of make a choice from there. Because often when, you call in an acoustic specialist, they're going to come in with an RTA mic and they're going to come in with special software that's going to do a very similar thing to reading the frequencies and stuff like that. And what they're going to do is then apply a treatment to that sort of specification. And I think if you can kind of nip it in the bud and save them from save them the call out from having to come out to your studio, maybe just send them a graph of, your readout in your studio, they might be able to even just give you a few tips on how to, sort it out for a couple of bucks, rather than having to, get a specialist to come out to your studio and all sorts of stuff like that. So I think it's great for, professionals and for beginners, It kind of fills in the gaps for the professionals who might not have the perfect solution that they're looking for, but they've got a solution. And it's also good for the beginners because it kind of outlines a pathway for how to improve your studio in the future. So a question that came up is, how easy is Sonarworks Reference 4 to calibrate to your headphones? It's actually much easier than calibrating it with speakers. So it actually comes with a bunch of pre-decided headphone sort of algorithms that you choose from. I guess if your headphones aren't in that list, then you're gonna maybe have to invest in a pair of headphones that are in that list if you're wanting to go with the Sonarworks headphone solution. But what I can do for you guys is I can open up the list on my screen right now and give you guys a quick screen grab, so you guys can get a representation of what the list of available headphone models looks like at the moment. But that being said, they're constantly upgrading it, and I mean, just the other day they released an update with a couple of bug fixes and with a bunch of new headphone models included. So I think over time we're going to see more and more of the professional or popular headphone solutions being integrated into the Sonarworks system. So as you can see, there's quite a large list ranging from A to Z all the way. So I mean, you can always pause now and check if the headphones that you've got are in this list. But yeah, like I said, they're always updating, adding new bug fixes, adding new headphone models and stuff like that. So I got a question asking about the compensation for the listening spot. And often what's happening there, I've noticed, is, say for example, if you've got a studio that's not symmetric on both sides. So say for example, you've got an open window or something on the one side. And sometimes you can get a bit of volume loss because of the asymmetrical design of your room. So a lot of the time, the compensation for your listening spot is just sort of recentering your image so that you've got the perfect sweet spot for the system to actually work correctly. So I'd probably suggest using the compensation for listening spot on, and maybe look at different ways, you know, try rearrange some stuff in your studio and then retest it until you don't have that sort of mismatch between left and right. If I remember correctly, when I did my first test, it was actually pretty bang on. But I sort of made the choice when I chose this room that it was going to be symmetric on both sides like that. And I've got the window and stuff kind of behind the console as opposed to on the side. So I think that's got to do with the way that your room is laid out. So you can maybe try shift some stuff around and then retest and see if you get a more accurate figure. So I got a question also about whether the software makes a bigger difference than acoustic treatment. And it's very hard to say because I haven't kind of like A/B tested them sort of one after the other. It's been a while since I've been in a sort of really properly acoustic treated studio. But that being said, I think that even the best acoustic treated studios in the world could probably do with a little bit of correction here or there. I think a tool like this kind of makes up for where the sort of nuances in the human ear can kind of deviate from one person to another, if that makes sense. On the one hand, I don't think it can replace a really professional acoustic treated situation, but it's going to be a lot cheaper to do. And it also, like I said in the beginning, it gives you that pathway to kind of envision how, like, what sort of steps you need to take to create that perfect acoustic environment. So I hope that answers your question. So that's pretty much it for the questions on the original Sonarworks video that I released. If you guys have any other questions, either post them on this video or post them on the previous video. So yeah, I want to chat to you guys a little bit about the promotion that Sonarworks is running. So in case you're watching this in the future, the year is 2018 and Sonarworks will be running this promotion throughout the month of December. So from the 1st of December running up until Christmas, the 24th of December, they'll be running a giveaway every day for users who activate their trial version of Sonarworks Reference 4. So like I said, they're giving away software packages, they're giving away online courses, EDU copies of stuff. I've got some sound banks that I've given them to include in the giveaway. So if you guys have kind of been on the fence about, you know, activating your trial package, or you haven't yet used the software and you've just found out about it, this might be a great opportunity to actually get that trial version activated, as you could stand in line to win quite a few cool things in this giveaway. So yeah, for more details, head on over to the link I'm going to post in the description, or head on over to Sonarworks' website and I'm sure you'll find out more over there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time.